Hi YouTubers, this is Betty with Scrap Passion 01, and I have a few design team projects to share with you. I'm on a design team with Not Too Shabby Shop, and the owner is Jamie Peters, and her website or where you can go purchase her stamps are www.zibbit.com/Not Too Shabby Shop. And right now she has some very cute saturated canary stamps, which are fairly new in rubber stamps. Uh, Anyone who's familiar with the saturated canary stamps, they were at first, you could only get those by digital images. Now they have the rubber stamps, which is awesome. I love the saturated canary stamps, so I plan on going to purchase a few. But head on over to her shop and check those out. She also has a lot of other very, very cute stamps. So just go check out. She has some really great prices. Her shipping and handling is very good. But I wanted to share some projects with you. The first one here, you're looking at it. I've altered a frame. And I have, a spray of flowers on each side. And also I have on this frame one of the stamps that Jamie sells in her shop. And this stamp is a gorgeous girl. And this is called Waiting. And this is the stamp set that I used. And if you see here on this side, I have her featured here. Now on this frame, instead of just popping her up on the frame, I wanted her to look like she was actually the frame was actually made with her on it. And how I achieved that look, I used decoupage medium, I think is the name of it, decoupage. And so I used the decoupage to adhere the stamp on the frame, and then I used the decoupage and went over it. And I'm going to see if I can get a closer look, and you can tell there. And if you see, it's flat, and it looks like it's actually was purchased or whatever like that, because it's so flat on the frame. And I really love how that turned out. I used my Prism color pencils to color her up. I did some serious fussy cutting on this image. I wanted all the white cut out in order to achieve the look that I was going for. I used a little flower here in her hair to kind of make her pop out from the frame and to stand out more. I also used some jewels here in the center of her little tie here, and also on her little boots. She's a really, really cute stamp. I really enjoyed altering this frame. I had never actually altered a frame, so this is my first altered frame project. But I just used some flowers here, just a spray of flowers, and I have a little black butterfly here in the corner as well. I also used some black and bling trim to accent the actual frame. And the paper stack that I used for the actual frame was from DCWV. You can see that. And this is the Glitzy Glitter Stack. And this is a gorgeous stamp. And I used this paper right here. It's very shiny, very glittery, and I just really love the paper. It's very nice. But that's the paper that I use for the frame. And basically this is a TP, it was a TP Studio frame. It was all white, and I painted it black around the edges. And again, I used that decoupage, which is fabulous to use, to first adhere it to the frame, and then use the decoupage to go over it to give it a finished look. So that's what I did to the frame, and I really, I like how it turned out. So I'm very proud of that project. So again, that gorgeous girl is the Waiting. She is a very, very cute stamp, and she was a lot of fun to color up. So my next project, I'm going to move this out of the way, is also featuring a gorgeous girl stamp. Let's see if you can see that. Okay, This stamp is and she is cute as can be. This one is called Bluebird Proposal, if you can see that, and she is just cute. I love her. But the paper line that I use, and I created a card, and the paper line I used for the card was the Madeline paper stack. And if you can tell on the card, I use that technique called the diagonal pattern, if you can see, and I love how that turned out. I'm going to see if you can get a close-up on it. But if you see in the back, the paper is in a diagonal pattern in the background, and it gives your card just a distinct look, and I really like how it turned out. I colored her up, the little gorgeous girl. I colored her up with my Prism color pencils, and I used some glossy accent on her boots and her little dress, and also on the little birdie and the mushroom and the flowers on the log. And I just put some ribbon here and a little button in the center. I did not include a sentiment on this card because I do not know for what occasion I will be giving this card for. So I like to leave, you know, when I do my cards, I leave it blank, because you never know what's going to come up, and I can grab a card and put the appropriate sentiment on it and, you know, give it to the person. So it works out a lot better that way. And the inside, it's like this. It's blank, and you can just put your message, write your message in the inside. But I really like, you should try this technique, you guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I just hit the tripod. Sorry about that. But anyway, as I was saying, on the diagonal pattern, I looked at a video on YouTube. I think her name was Myers Memories or something like that. I remember it was Myers Memories. I think it was another name at the end. Can't remember. But she had and it's very easy. You basically just put adhesive on the front part of your card. So on this piece, I applied adhesive over the whole piece, and then just took some paper strips and started here in the corner and just adhered it down, and then anything that was hanging off, I just cut it off. And it just gives it, you know, just a very cute look for your card. And also it's a great way to use, you know, your pattern papers. So I'm sorry if I keep getting this out of frame, you guys. Please forgive me. I hadn't used this tripod in so long. I usually use my iPad, but anyway, and it's just really bugging me. But anyway, as I was saying, this image, I really enjoyed coloring her up. She's just the cutest thing, and I really like how this card turned out. So again, that is the Bluebird Proposal Gorgeous stamp. And so my last little project I created was a tag. And on this one is also the Gorgeous. It's the same one that I showed earlier. It's the Waiting. And on this tag, I used the same paper technique that I did on the card. I used the diagonal pattern technique for this tag. Put a trim here behind the image. Have a little circle or spellbinder die in the back. And then on this flower, I used my, I think it was Vintage Photo, the Distress Stain, and then I wet it and crumbled it up to give it more of a rough look. And I used some tulle here in the front. And also I used some pearls at the bottom. And one of the Tim Holtz tickets also there at the top. But she turned out cute. I actually used my, what did I use on this one? I used my Copics for her hair and her skin tone. And I paper pieced her little dress. And then I used my Pro markers for, no I didn't. I didn't use Pro markers. I used the Spectrum Nora markers on her little jacket and her boots and her little stockings. So she turned out cute too. And then on the back, I just put craft paper on the back. I didn't decorate the back, but I really like how this one turned out as well. So that concludes my project. Again, please go over and visit Jamie's shop. Check out some of her really cute images. And as always, thank you for watching. You have a blessed night. And leave a comment and subscribe. Thank you.